And Tashana Reed joins us for a closer look at all the controversy surrounding that ad. A lot of people talking about it, of course, on social media. What are they saying?
Well, Asha, of course, Super Bowl ads are a huge part of the game. Sometimes people just tune in probably to watch the ads. But, this ad in particular has launched into quite a bit of controversy. I don't think that is what the company Dodge wanted, but it's an ad for Dodge Ram trucks. And it actually pulls a piece of a speech that Martin Luther King had delivered in 1968. So let's take a look at this ad to see what all this controversy is over.
If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness. By giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. You don't have to know about politics.
So a lot of people took issue with this ad, given the climate, of course, and the conversation over race, police brutality in the U.S., and using a speech, in some people saying, taking that speech out of context and what it stood for to sell trucks. So we saw a lot of reaction online, many people airing out their concerns on Twitter. Let's share what some people had to say. First is a man named John, and he wrote, "How many people are involved in the production of Super Bowl ads, and how did all of them think MLK Loves Dodge Trucks was good?" And Akila Hughes, she said this: "Black people can't kneel and play football, but MLK should be used to sell trucks during the Super Bowl." Unbelievable. So, a lot of people, you can go online, you can see what the conversation has been. What's interesting is many people were surprised to see or think that, who signed off on this? What does the family have to say? Now, the King Center is a nonprofit that's run by Martin Luther King's widow, Coretta Scott King, and she very quickly shared her response, and the King Center shared their response, distancing themselves from the ad. Here's what they had to say about the controversy. They said, "Neither the King Center nor Bernice King is the entity that approves the use of MLK's words or imagery for use in merchandise, entertainment, or advertisement, including tonight's Dodge Super Bowl commercial." So we know family members there. Another daughter also responding to this, saying that we had nothing to do with this. This isn't connected to us. And, frankly, a lot of people saying that this was in poor taste.
At first when you watch it, you think, oh, maybe this is a tribute for Black History Month or something. And then at the end, you see what it indeed is an ad. Who had the control, though, of putting MLK's voice in there in the first place?
Well, what's interesting is, aside from the King Center, the MLK estate is actually the entity that has control over King's speeches as well as his image. So we have heard from them. They're the ones that signed off on this. We know that one of King's son, his son Dexter, actually works with the estate, and they own all the intellectual properties. And here's what they had to say. They said it was reviewed to ensure, referring to the ad, that it met our standard integrity clearances. We found that the overall message of the ad embodied Dr. King's philosophy that true greatness is achieved by serving others. So, of course, there you have it. The estate of Martin Luther King, saying that they stand behind their ad. They believe that what it stands for is something that Dr. Martin Luther King would stand for. But, of course, his family distancing themselves from this ad.